How's it going, everybody? Bandy Wolf down here playing some more Baldur's Gate 2. We're doing a 100% achievement playthrough. Trying to go through and get all the achievements. Only got 2 so far, but that's because a large chunk of them are side quests and stuff, so we're getting into the meat of that. We should get 1 in this episode, and it should be the slaver one to transfer ownership of the copper cornet to Hendak. We actually did that, but I think we have to finish this quest of his to actually get it to pop. New ownership is the one we're talking about. So we've went through the sewers underneath the copper cornet. We're getting ready to pop up in the slaver stockade over here, so we should run into a fight here. Indeed. So this actually might be a challenge.
Use my sword, and I shall strike.
Because of how many there are. I'm actually going to enrage him, and I'm going to holy power myself.
You require my counsel.
And we'll use this.
I am ready.
Don't teach my counsel.
How dare you? We were doing good business in this town before you took out my partner Leighton at the copper cornet. Why are you out to ruin me? Turn yourself into the authorities. Turn myself into to spend the next few years in a dungeon? I'm not going to rot in prison over some worthless dregs, and you won't be the one to take me in if I do. Adam, boys. What? They have no shame in trading lives with others. Evil, meet my trusty sword. Sword, meet evil. Okay, so I want you to run there. I'm actually hoping that these guys don't, do that.
I hear you well enough. Every hamster has his...
Okay, so we got a spellcaster here. Basically, we're torn to whether we want to spread out our damage or focus fire people down. And I think I want to do this.
What is it now? I punch.
And have Jaheira do that to distract these guys with the dog while we burn this guy down. Corrigan's gonna go over here and stop this guy from getting off spells. Hopefully, there we go. Yep. So you see in the dialogue box here, spell failed, casting failure. It's because Corrigan whacked him a good one. So that's taken out a good chunk of their benefits to their team. Okay, so we got that. I actually want to come over here and end this guy.
The axe be bloody ready.
Because he could really wail on animate. Animate's not the best. And I want to give relief to my back line.
I'm waiting. Be quick with it. I hear you well enough.
So we'll do this.
Where shall I
See, like, look at, I didn't even notice Yoshima was getting wailed on by this guy over here, so we're going to run him away.
Time is up.
Get him to go into melee. Get him to go into melee. Skeleton's going to go down, but that guy should go over to Corrigan, so we should be good.
Good time we got to business.
So the fight should be pretty much over at this point. Captain, oh, this is a bot. That was a Captain Hagen. I think that he has a nice bow. Isn't there a bow, like, it's called like Hagen's bow or something?
Give me some direction.
So that was kind of tough. A lot of my team was taking, oh my god. I recall seeing Griner some years ago. He was a bit out of place away from his books, but seems I cannot help but speak of the dead lately. I did not wish to cause you any distress if I have. Memories serve us well. They do at that. Do you recall his tales? They could last for days, a snippet at a time here and there. He built a history, so you felt like you were there. Let's go with this. Yes, he sheltered you carefully from those that would harm you. Khalid was the same way, always taking the cautious path. Slow and steady, lest mistakes be made. Good things will come in time. True enough, true enough. You're wise to see as such. Well, enough of this for now. Talk such as this can get maudlin if indulged too often. I have a good feeling from this, though. Of course you do. Hagen's key. Oh, wait. I think that bow is... I think it's Tugan's bow. Yeah, I think that's what the bow that I'm thinking of. Frost strength, that goes to 21. So... probably Corgan is who we want to give that to use. Just because he's... nobody else is really going to be getting into hand-to-hand. We do have some interesting stuff. There is a key here. This is the key to the captive chambers in the slaver compound. It was found on the body of Captain Hagen and should open all the doors in the building. Oh, that freaks me out. Jeez. Oh, yeah. So, whoa, you going so fast, buddy? I think there's a trap by the stairs, yeah.
Nothing dangerous, I would hope.
Okay. That. And that character's too far away.
It's probably best left to me.
Okay. Some gems. Magic arrows. Okay. We might want to expend some of our healing slots here. Okay. Save, and we'll move on.
I'll see.
Trolls. I think these... I think we need... Oh, what's going on? Who's this? Oh, that's my skeleton. Okay.
Give me some direction.
Trolls are special. See, he fell over. We need fire damage or acid, which we don't have any spells, but these arrows are really good for it. Okay. Move everybody over this way and let
Where shall I get Yoshimo is willing.
Yoshimo finish it off. Trolls are special in that when they actually get below their threshold of hit points, they will fall over and start regenerating. And once they get to a certain regeneration, they'll stand back up and they'll have like their health regenerated. So, we need to get some bullets after this fight, after this area.
I'm waiting.
Okay, who's this girl?
I don't know you at all. You don't live here.
My thanks to you, kind sir, for saving our lives. The monster surely would have killed us. Yes, sir, I don't know where we will go. Scornable is so far away, but anything is better than fighting, just so those evil men can laugh at us. Let's give them money, because that'll probably give us a reputation point. The trouble is, knowing this city the way I do, it is more than likely that the girl will be robbed of her coin before the day is out. Pity how the world works. Bah, it is be a waste of good gold to give it to yon girlie. What be the point of adventuring if he gives all ye wealth to waifs and the needy? Have you no sense of charity, dwarf? What is the sense of freeing such children only to subject them to starvation and destitution, then? Don't be getting your slippers in a pinch, girlie. The gold does the last little good. More than likely we will come across her corpse within a fortnight robbed.
Verily. I am pleased at the progress that this ill-conceived group has made. I had not thought such a thing possible.
Man. So that actually brings up an interesting point. I think I'll continue to talk about the voice actors in the game, and just that guy saying that reminded me of his own voice actor. No, never would have thought that there was this guy. So Animan's voice actor is a guy named Rob Paulson. I'll give you a minute to think about who he is. Let me see if I can get him to talk.
I shall go forth at your command.
You point, I punch.
Point the sword, and I shall strike.
Swords, not words.
I hear you well enough.
So Robert, or it's not Robert, it's Rob Paulson. He plays, like, this character is not exactly who he normally plays. He's known for playing Yakko Warner, Pinky and the Brain from the Animaniacs. The one that I always remember him for is he plays Carl in Jimmy Neutron, the hey Jimmy Coon, do you want some of my croissant? That guy. He plays a lot of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, he switches around. He plays Raphael. He played Donatello in one iteration of it. He's done pretty much every iteration of Carl Weezer from Jimmy Neutron. Looks like he's done some voices for SpongeBob, Mickey Mouse. Trying to find significant additional voices for the Powerpuff Girls. There was another played in Rick and Morty, which is interesting. Samurai Jack, Sheriff Callie, if you have any kids. He played Mark Chang and Bucky McBadbat in The Fairly Odd Parents. Just scrolling through his IMDb page. Batman, Rob in Batman. The Green Lantern, Scooby-Doo. Pretty big voice actor here. But it's just insane to me that the guy who plays a lot of, like, kind of high-pitched and, like, doofy characters plays this, like, really...
Long live the order of the most radiant heart, for I draw from the pool of light and strike in their name.
Plays this guy who's kind of like, I wouldn't say he's a meathead or anything, but he's definitely a lot less doofy and well, he's full of himself and that type of thing. But it's just really cool the range that these voice actors can do. So this is Rob Paulson. This was back in 2000 when he did this, and I think he was in the original Baldur's Gate as well. Maybe not. He was in... Oh my gosh! He played in Planescape Torment. It's another Infinity Engine game. He played Mort, which is... dang, I'll have to listen to that again. That's insane. Oh yeah, he was. He played Kaiven, Prism, a Chanter, which makes sense. Those are kind of high-pitched and goofy characters. That is insane. But I'm still scrolling. His original credited voice acting job was in Dexter the Dragon and Bumble the Bear back in 1983. He played an uncredited character called Doctor. And... let me see. Rob Paulson was born in 1956. So 1983, he would have been 27. So started a little bit late. Man, whoa, 1950. This guy is still alive, though. And that would make him almost 70. Woo! Really cool. I'm so surprised that guy played, he played this guy and Mort. He's got a really, noticeable, like, a voice once you know what it sounds like.
Waiting is done.
Slave girl.
No.
Getting lots of experience just for opening these doors and letting these people out.
Who are you?
More experience. I think there's a big fight in this next room. So we
Give me some
will...
direction.
Do I still have my... Don't. I'm actually going to... cast that. I'm going to cast this.
Is it now?
Ready.
We will... Do I not have Bless with him?
And boost and
I await.
We will... Don't have Bless. Okay.
every
So we're just going to buff
your
ourselves up
commands. He's dead.
and get really nasty. Nasty. Okay. And we'll keep going. There's a couple more voice actors probably for this episode that I wanted to touch on. If we can make it.
Give me some
Quick as
direction.
I shall strike.
I think there's traps, yep.
You're right behind me, right?
Yanti, interesting.
I'm waiting.
You want groundling?
Pay attention.
I may have jumped the gun on the buffing. I thought they were in this room, but I actually think they're in this room down here.
I'm waiting. Must be done.
Fear is close to confidence. Skilled in avoidance.
Dang it. I think my protection from evil wore off right there. Yeah, and there went my draw upon Holy Might. Dang it. Oh well.
Hiya!
Somehow we'll just have to get through it.
Nature's
You require
servant
my
awaits.
counsel.
It's not like I'm a demigod or something.
It's probably best left to me. Give me some direction.
Here.
I'm waiting.
Where shall I display my skill and expertise?
Yeah.
We do have that potion, the Frost Giant Strength.
Give
Not
me
that we'll really need it. I mentioned this at the, I think in like the first episode or something, but I've been trying to get better at not hoarding all of my potions and scrolls and things like that, so that they definitely, like those types of things make the fights way easier, but it's not like you need them for most of it if you know what you're doing.
What do you want, groundling?
But I have made a conscious effort to expend some of those
Give
just
me some
to
direction.
make it easier to get through some of these fights. So we will
Be bloody
that.
ready.
gonna quaff that, save it, and then I'll enrage him when we walk into the room. There's a wizard in there, so we need to yeah, this guy.
I hope this is worth your suffering.
By the gods, haven't we paid off enough of the council to not have you idiot Omnian soldiers barge in here every time you feel like filling your arrest quotas? Hold, you're not soldiers of the This changes things. Destroy these fools, men. Captain Hagen shall give a pearl to the one who makes the first kill. And he's actually dead, bruh. So...
I shall strike.
And not only is there a wizard, I believe this is a cleric here. No, that's another wizard. Oh. So, we'll put...
What is it now?
Every hamster has his day.
You shall suffer my wrath.
We want to stop the spells from going off. But I don't think we're going to get that one. What did he cast? Hold person and it saved against it, so we're good.
Some direction.
So we focus here, and then we move everybody onto this guy. I think that was a, one of those skull traps. Yeah. And he killed himself, I believe. the Skull Trap spell is kind of like Fireball in a way, in that it's not a huge AoE, but I think it does more damage than Fireball itself. And you can put it down and wait for somebody to walk across it.
I'm waiting.
I myself haven't used the Skull Trap as much as I should. It's just there's more than one way to skin a cat in this game, and I just never skinned the cat with that. But I have seen people on Reddit and YouTube and stuff have done really cool strategies. Like I said, you can put skull traps down, and they're traps. So you don't, like Fireball, you have to cast it, and it goes off right when you cast it. But skull traps, you can stack them. So I've seen people with some of the bigger bosses, like the dragons and stuff, will like stack like, I don't know, 10 skull traps or whatever right under his feet for when he spawns, or when he like morphs into his dragon form, or just put it somewhere that he'll walk across it when he triggers his combat. And then they trigger it and he walks across, and all 100 or so skull traps go off all at once and just one-shot him. It's really cool. Maybe we'll try that when we get to one of the dragons in this game. Now, I know that these bows right here are, I think they're composite bows +1, and we probably won't get a lot of use out of all those as far as actually using all of them. But at this point, we don't have a lot of money, and we're going to need a lot of money. So those are one of the things that we can like get a lot of and sell. Potion of oh wow, potion! I thought these were potions of freedom. A shower of fine chunks of ice fly forth from the drinker, creating a light dusting of cold flakes that protects all within the area of effect from fire damage. This potion was created to counter fireball and similar effects. I'll have to try to use that because fireball is a good spell, and I've never. This is a potion that I probably would not have used for one round. That would be difficult to... Maybe dragons? Maybe use it against dragons would be really good.
Give me some direction.
Oh, I got some scrolls in here. So after we complete Corgan's quest, I've been thinking, and I might get rid of him. Just in this last episode, and this one, like, the interjections he said reminded me that he's not perfect. I said that he was not a bad guy, but he kind of is. And it won't fit our good aesthetic team that we're putting together. So, probably do his quest and get rid of him to make room for another good aligned party member. There should be a few more dudes in here.
Gather your party before
I thought there was a few more guys in here. Oh, jeez. Scared me. Oh. Jesus. Okay, so we killed both of them. So we killed everybody. That should be the quest right there. So we go back to Leighton and we, oh.
Give me some direction. I'm there.
Got a few more guards to take care of. He probably didn't like us going. So we went in the back way and took care of it. This building is a ship that has run aground and been built around since then. Okay, so we're going back to the Copper Cornet. Oh, interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Nice little potion. A store keep.
Greetings, good customer. A pearl to you.
This is most definitely stolen stuff. But, I mean, it doesn't... No. Braig. Where have I heard that name before? Braig and Corval. This is a thing.
I'm waiting.
Oh, whoa. Huh, it glitched out. So... I literally just saved it right there, so... So that was, good timing, I guess, but... So that's, that may be the first, crash that I've actually seen on this. The Enhanced Editions has, in my opinion, was done really well. It's one of the best PC to console ports. Okay, so don't crash again. There we go. Okay, Braig.
Out of my way! You there!
Calm down, Corvale. Mr. F don't like you killing people in the streets.
Shut your mouth, dwarf! As for you, I said get your stinking hide out of my way!
Corvale and Braig. Their names sound so familiar.
Yeah.
Let's see what your guts be looking like!
Corvale and Braig. Huh. Let me look them up real quick. Braig. That name... Braig's name specifically sounds really familiar. Maybe it's in another game and it's just like a small reference or homage or whatever. But that was a quick, easy experience. They didn't have nothing, but that was a 10,000 experience from them, though, so that's good. Okay. Did I look through these? Almost everything that you find on the street, barrel-wise, is not owned, so you can take all that. Okay, this should give me the achievement.
Be grateful for your assistance.
I can tell you how overjoyed that I am that so many children were rescued and nobody will face slavery again. At least for a while, I'm not naive enough to think that the slavers will not return. I shall watch for them, however, and fight them if I can. You have done more than I were required of you, and for that you have Hindak's most humble thanks. I have collected some of Leighton's more valuable items here for you. I hope this is at least some small reward for the good that you have done. Achievement. Yes!
We do good things here. All will remember the heroes that are Minsk and Boo and you.
Hell yeah! Wait, did I... Yeah, we were boasting. Nice. Okay, so... Free Hindak and the slaves. I've dealt a blow to the slave trade in Athkatla, freeing both Hindak and the other gladiators, as well as the slave children in the slave compound in the slums. No more gladiators. I just want to say, so if they were getting slaves for the purpose of making them participate in fighting arenas, why were they getting children? Children can't fight? So, a bunch of spells. So we're gonna give Bless. Probably want Dispel. Definitely don't want that. And I don't like to use that either, so let's go Dispel, Miscast. And Summon Insects. Then we have level 6 spells. Dolorous Decay. Now, I don't really know some of the higher level spells as far as the best way to... I love heal. This is so good. It's not the flashiest, but I completed Icewind Dale on the Haas difficulty, and I used 2 Dwarven... It was the same Dwarven Defender. I just copied him in the character creator, and they had like 200 hit points, and I had like, I don't know, 3 or 4 casts of this, and basically they would tank everything, and as soon as they got to like below 50 hit points, I would just use heal, and it literally heals all their injuries. So they go all the way up to it cures disease, blindness, heals all points of damage, and it also dispels a feeble mind and cures mental disorders. So good. And I think that's what I'm going to get, because it's so good. He gave me this plate mail, which will be good. I'm actually going to give it to Enomen. And since we're here, I'm just going to hang on to that, too. I'm not going to give it to Corgan, because I'm going to do his quest and bounce him out.
I will always be grateful for your assistance.
Where's Bernard? There he is.
Some cheap beer for you.
Okay, so let's rest. Ooh, intrigue.
A dream. A dream of many things, of friends and family. These things always mean something. Don't they?
Right. Yeah, right.
Do you remember these doors? I remember... I think... Yes, this was my home for so long. But it is too late to go back. They wouldn't have you now. They wouldn't have me. It had no use. Someone else does. He wants something. I don't know why. Those in the cows don't even know. Why don't I know? Do you remember Gorion? Or the others? I think I do. They were... No. Wait. They were the guidance. And there was much more to learn. But it's too late now. They are so far away. You are far away. Too far away to help. Why? Nimri should stay, but he digs deeper. Pushes everything aside. I don't remember any of you. Do you remember Saravak or any other? I don't know. They sought your death and mine. They seemed so important at the time, but I don't remember them at all. Something else is more dangerous. Closer. I can feel it. Do you remember me? I can almost see. I want to, but too late. You will come too late.
She resists. She clings to her old life as though it actually matters. She will learn.
Oh, man. This guy's voice. Mwah.
It is a portrait of what has happened and what may happen. Do you cling to the past, or can you see through the pain? You feel the potential within, don't you? Will you cringe from what you know you want, what you can take as your own? You know what you want. It is you, after all, which has brought us to the dream. Nothing is real. Yet.
Ooh, very good. Very good pacing for these dreams and all that junk. It's interesting to think about whether that is like something created from your own character's like psyche based on knowing the dude and knowing Imwin and like all the stuff, or it's actually like I mean, that's par for the course for those types of things in video games, so. But, oh, it's so good.
I gotta stop dipping into me own ale.
So we sell that. Now, who can we... Oh, we can go to the Adventurer Mart to identify this crap. We definitely want to, because there's some really good stuff there. Like, oh, wait, this I can sell. Because I don't want the darts. And I think I'm getting to the point where I don't need to hang on to magic weapons that are not very strong and that I don't have proficiencies for. At the beginning you want to, so that you can at least have an option, but not now. Okay, so I think we will do... Oh, we need to buy bullets, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. At least get some bullets for Animan and Jahira. We don't need a ton of these because typically the people that in your party that use bullets, for one, they don't fire as fast as most bows, and for two, your people that use slings typically are only using slings to keep out of melee, and they have spells to cast, so you're going to be interchanging, like instead of like a thief or Minsk who has like 2 spells that I never use, and this guy who doesn't really do anything besides shoot a bow in combat. At least I do. You can backstab, but so this guy and Minsk are going to be shooting bear arrows, firing like so many rounds per shot, and Jahira and Animan are going to be doing the same thing, but firing slower, and then every once in a while I'll stop them and cast a spell or two. So I think we're going to go look around this area and then head to the Adventure Mart to identify all that stuff. And then that might be this episode. I wanted to get to a Korgan, but I think that I don't think I'll be able to finish the content before he
Kneel and repent.
all of you kneel before the might of the sphere, kneel before its power, kneel before its wisdom. We shall build a temple around the sphere, yes. Yes, a temple. The faithful shall come from miles around to see it, and we shall charge admission. Yes, admission. Oh, now that is a good idea. Hello, have you taken a look at the planar sphere? It's absolutely marvelous. Well, this particular sphere, if it is indeed the same one, I believe to be the very same one built by Levoque over 500 years ago. It is meant to be a planar traveling device of some sort, or at least that's what Levoque's apprentice is reported to have said. Who is this? Levoque was a wizard and merchant of great wealth. He built this planar sphere, but it disappeared 3 years after construction began, along with all of his confidants. Only his apprentice escaped, and the boy knew little, except that Levoque planned to explore the plains and return within 10 years. Of course, he never did come back. Until now, I suppose. If Levoque is actually this or not, well, nobody knows. How long has it been here? It only appeared here about 3 weeks ago, displaced the buildings that were here too, and I can only imagine what happened to them. There's been no word or any kind of action from the sphere since. It is a rather intriguing mystery. Can't you get inside? Well, now that's what nobody seems to be able to figure out. I can't see any kind of entrance. Even the cowed wizards seem to be confused, and they've been here numerous times to study it. Oh yes, of course, they are the only legal users of magic allowed in the city, and even they cannot seem to be able to find a way in. Every mage I've seen has been quite upset about their failure as well, and it just goes to show you that magic can't solve all your problems. Where can I find them? Oh yes, the wizards. Well, I'm not quite sure. I think they're in the government sector somewhere, but who knows exactly. You'll have to excuse me. Okay. So this is another quest. I'm not quite sure if this is an achievement. I think it is. Waylane. Wayland? Let's just go with Wayland. Take it. Yes, see this mighty fine spear here? You can have it for your own for a mere 500 gold pieces. What do you say? I'd say you're selling it far too cheaply. You think so? Too cheap? Of course. Look at the construction, the sheer size. You could fit an army in there, almost like a castle. Say, you're right, sir. From now on, the asking price is 10,000 gold pieces. Good show. I can see your salesmanship skills are most excellent. Thank you. For a fellow who looks like a ruffian, you're pretty bright, I say. Me? Actually, I can't even remember the last time someone cheated me out of anything. Okay. The fellow with the painted head. You talking to Minsk? Yes, you. You see this mighty fine sphere? You can have it for your own for a mere 500. What do you say? Boo says such a sphere will not fit in my pocket. If I can carry it with me, it's just not a goodbye. Oh, the little fella says all that, does he? Yes, indeed. Boo is exceptionally smart for a hamster. Smarter than all the hucksters in Kalmsham. I see. What else does he say? He mutters occasionally about fellow hamsters that will kill you all, but he is just moody, so don't worry. See how he glares? Shh. We should leave him be.
Hi, friend.
Hey, you elf lady with the curly hair. I take it I am the one being addressed here. Yes, you. See this mighty fine sphere here? You can have it for 500 gold pieces. I would say you are a fool trying to sell something you do not own and a wastrel attempting to take advantage of the innocent. 200 gold pieces? It is because of dirt such as you that I do not like coming to the city.
Hi, friend.
You own it? We'll have to come back and see if he responds to our other and I think this is how you get up there to the sphere. We will look here. Look at this gold. Halfling, beggar. Man, you guys just aren't looking hard enough for the gold. Okay, now this, I'm pretty sure this is where Kangax is, or one of them. This is a bonus boss, I'm pretty sure. Galen Bale's house, the Jansen home, we don't want to go in, and I don't think I want to go in any of these. So I think I'm just going to head to Venture Mart and look at all this equipment we picked up.
We are all heroes. You and Boo and I. Hamsters and rangers everywhere. Rejoice!
Bellman Gurgis?
I'm there.
Nothing's worse than a cheating kobold.
Snakes in the garden, serpents among us who only lead us to evil. Lead no one to evil, human, and we elves have reason to be proud we are an older race far older than you. Elven harlot, pride goeth before the fall, your people shall pay for their hubris, I swear it. Huh. I wonder what he does. There's a lot of NPCs in this game that have interactions such as that. That's just like one-offs. But he might be related to a quest. Or he might just be there as something for Jahir to comment on, which is also a possibility. Okay, so let's talk to this guy.
I'm there.
Ribald Barterman at your service.
Okay, he has got...
The Adventure Mart's the finest shopping and all
Identify.
of favorites. Widest selection, lowest prices, and nary a fancy.
Who that over there?
Just the goods.
Little rat? Okay. See you, little rat. Love you. Okay. So... what's that? Identify all these. Tugan bow. There's that bow I was talking about. I wonder if that came off of Hagen or whatever. Okay. So we spent, I don't know. That was a good like 15 items, so 1,500 gold. So these were 100 to identify, and they're 625. I'm gonna keep one. I think Mins can use it. Yes. So do that. The bummer is that bow with a +1 enchantment doesn't get. It isn't able to hit magical enemies unless the arrows are magical. We have a cloak of protection, which pretty much anybody here will give it to this guy. And a wand of fear, which Jahira can use that. What's this? Potion of Insight. I don't know any reason that we would want Wisdom for 6 hours. I guess saving throws? Doesn't your Wisdom increase the saving throws? But then you could just use like a Potion of Freedom or some other more direct potion that just legit just makes it to where you can't be hit. And then we got these wands, which you really can't use. The Wands of Magic Missile we can, so I actually think I'm gonna do that and do that. But these are for wizards. We got a lightning wand, we got a fireball wand, we got a cloud kill wand, monster summoning. Okay. And then we have Lilarker. Lawrence Lilarker was well known not for being brave, but for being an idiot. As the tale goes, the boastful Lilarker left his village at the urging of his friends so that the great hero, in quotes, could do battle with a devious treant. He walked for days in the dead of winter until, feverish, he found his target and began an epic wrestling match. Unfortunately, or perhaps luckily, the treant, quotes, was nothing more than a craggy old normal oak. His friends had been jesting, not actually expecting that Lilarker would go fight the fictitiously dangerous tree. That might have been the end of it, but Lilarker, not really knowing what a treant was in the first place, didn't realize the truth. He eventually uprooted the oak, and marching himself proudly home, he declared himself a hero. Thus was born a laughingstock of epic proportions, and over time the name of Lilarker became the sacrificial fool in many tales of, quote, less than brilliance. It is not known whether this enchanted weapon is Lilarker himself, perhaps imprisoned by an evil mage or some other odd coincidence of fate, but it certainly acts in a manner consistent with his level of competence. If it is he has never bemoaned his captivity. He might not realize or care that he is no longer a human. As a weapon, Lilarker has its uses, but many a warrior will eventually give it away. Banter such as, ouch, that must have hurt, oh yeah, got him good, and beware my bite, for it might really hurt or something, is a constant barrage on a warrior's psyche. So, makes you immune to charm, confusion, and it's just a good sword. So we can give that to Minsk. I kind of want to give it to me, though. So I have two-handed swords. So does he. He has 2 points into it. But he'll never see combat. But that does free this up. So we can sell that. We can sell this. Okay, what else do we have? We have Circlet of Lost Souls. Adventurers delving in a tomb centuries ago were set upon by ghost inspectors when they entered the central crypt. The adventurers fought bravely, but one by one they fell to the ghosts' attacks. Years later, the daughter of one of the adventurers hired a team to delve into the tomb and recover the bodies. The daughter told her group not to disturb anything but the dead adventures they had come to collect, and the spirits of the tomb let them be. The woman kept her dead father's circlet as a memento of his bravery. This is only usable by shamans, but that's really cool. Summon spirits are constantly under the effects of the Bless spell, which is really cool if you're plus caster level, +1 as a summoner, and man, that's actually really cool. I wish I had a shaman, and I honestly don't think there are any in this game. Unless you are a shaman yourself. The only one that I know of in the games is that Goblin Shaman in 2, McKin or whatever. Okay, Gloves of the Pickpocketing. A few years back, Fong Mu, a famous cut person known in both Baldur's Gate and Athkatla, was found dead on the road between the gate and Baragost. Seems he'd stolen an artifact from a powerful mage and tried escaping with little success. His possessions went to his nephew, who took up the same trade as his uncle and became especially good at pickpocketing. Whether these gloves were magical before falling into Fong's hands or that they are somehow imbued with the master's essence is not known. So that gives you plus 20% to pickpocketing, which I don't... Wait, do these even... No, these aren't even giving him any. So we'll do that, and then we'll hang on to these. Studded leather armor +2. He'd like that. Then we can sell this. keep those. We also have Tugan's bow. The Tugans are nomadic people widely dispersed across the steppe region of Faerun, but bound together by a common bloodline. The bows they make are specially tailored for their mobile warriors, and the process used is carefully guarded, but the result is well known. Any bow of Tugan origin can be fired faster than is possible with a normal one. This is an insane bow. It lets you fire 3 shots per round. Yoshimo's got the short bow, right? Yeah. It's so good for thieves to be like, if you don't want them backstabbing. But the downside is you're going to be shooting arrows off so fast. So you're going to need lots of ammo. And then we have Kondar +1, which is, I think I had that in the Baldur's Gate 1. At first glance, this sword appears much like any other. In the presence of any shape-shifting creature, however, the blade becomes warm as its power stirs. Its namesake was the original owner of the weapon, and his tale, though mostly long forgotten, was wrought with treachery and deceit. Rumors persist that he paid a fearsome price for this blade, but with it he revealed the true identities of those that sought to betray him. Their names and crimes, however, are long lost to history. So this is a niche weapon. I think we'll... Let me see what... I can't remember my proficiencies. Bastard Sword +2 and Longsword +1. It's a niche weapon, to be sure. It's only good against shapeshifters, so that would be like... doppelgangers are the obvious one, and then werewolves. Would dragons even count? I don't know. So we'll hang on to that right there. And I actually want to hang on to this. And I might just dump some of this in a barrel. Just in case, and just because it's cool. So we will...
Artisans or hellspawn, I care nay a blot. All that matters is the deal, and Rybald's here to make one with you.
Okay. Alright. I think we are good.
Give me some direction.
So next we are going to go to the graveyard, because that's where Corgan wants us to go. I think we're going to call this episode here, and next we will head to the graveyard and do that quest. As far as I remember, it's fairly short, so we should be able to grab another achievement in that episode as well for Corgan. And we're starting to snowball here and get lots and lots of achievements. And then after that, I don't even know what we would do. Who do we have? So we have Nalia's quest. Journey to the Windspear Hills. We don't want to do that one right away. We may, after we do Corgan's, we may head to the government district. And... we may head there and get our license. I'm trying to make sure that I don't overwhelm myself with NPCs, and I know there's 2 there. Maybe 3? Then again, we could go to the temple and get our paladin quest started. I guess we'll decide that in the meantime. But again, thanks for watching. Like and comment and subscribe. Honestly, just the fact that you're watching to this point is very much appreciated. So have a good one, and hopefully I'll see you on the next episode. Have a good one.